Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. Tonight we are going to be talking about the 2010 angel horror, whatever the fuck. It's a weird fucking movie, but I really enjoy it. Legion. It's an unexpected gem for me. I don't know if everyone digs it, but I thought it was cool. I like these kind of off the wall, like Pandora. Pandora was an off the wall film. This is not. It's not the same genre, but it is a similar vein of film. This kind of under the radar, but kind of lots of cool stuff that goes on in this movie. About the end of the world, some broad gets knocked up at a diner, and some dumb mechanics trying to save her, and then for some reason Dennis Quaid's in it. So it's a fucking great movie. Anyway, so thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Please tell your friends. X is kind of fucked up right now, so I don't know if all the messaging is getting through, but welcome. So we'll go around, we'll say hi to everybody. We'll talk to the chat, should anybody show up, and we will dive into this piece. So with me, as always, he is my partner on this channel. He's my wingman. He once stopped me from carpet bombing Paradise Falls because no one would notice. He is Shield Wall of Dragons. Welcome back, my friend. I love your avatar this week.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, nothing like a machine gun wielding angel dragon to set the tone. Yeah, I remember this movie was 2010. Doesn't feel like it was that long ago when I saw I never actually saw it. I only saw the trailers. And then he came out in like some other kind of like vampire movie or something. The lead actor.
It's called Priest.
Yeah, Priest. So I kind of get
the comic book
mixed
made
up.
by the same guy.
So did I actually.
Get my head in my head.
I've never seen Priest.
It's
this
really
actor
good.
was getting a big push at the time.
Yeah. Both those movies are from the same director.
Yeah, and then he went on to be like, Vision and Jarvis and stuff. But anyway, glad to be here. I missed last week,
and we missed you last week. For some reason, Sammy took his top off and terrified the entire audience, and there was no one to stop him. So,
well, that's what happens when I'm not here. Anyway,
that is 100% what happens.
But
we need a shield wall to protect that shield wall.
Exactly. To get into this, I mean, there's no Albert Finney in it, but sometimes you just have to.
He can't be in everything.
He can't be in everything.
The world is not ready for that Albert Finney energy in more than, I don't know, 1 to 2. Is he dead, Sammy? I rely on you for my Albert Finney knowledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just let me pull up my Albert Finney app.
I'll just ask.
I think he died like 15 years ago.
I keep tabs on Albert Finney at all time. He doesn't know.
And the funny thing is, there he is. Did anyone know? Was there a shift in the universal energy when Albert Finney passed? No one knows.
The world got a little less sexy.
He passed on February 7th, 2019 at the age of 82.
Wow. I thought he was 82.
As much as we joke about him, he was in some good movies like The Bourne Ultimatum.
He was Big Fish.
He was in Annie, Tom Jones, Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah,
I think 5 Academy Award nominations over his career.
Big Fish.
Wow.
Did he get one for Wolfen? That's what I want to know.
No.
He just didn't want to live through a Biden presidency.
Actually, he was in a movie everyone should see called The Duelist, which is the greatest sword fighting film of all time.
Oh, this from the 70s?
That movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
In fact, we should put that on this show at some point, Roman.
All right,
yes.
I'm open. I'm open to almost anything, including random, strange sexual acts at this point. If people will come watch the goddamn
June
show.
is the sexiest month of the year. We should make it Finney month.
It's my birthday month.
And Jama Lama, welcome. So let's fuck, Jacob. I can't even take you seriously when you have that shit up. He, master of the interwebs, using his power for good instead of evil. Not in this instance. He's down to 2% of the time. He is Jacob Ironside. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be here. How do I put this delicately? I thought this movie sucked. It's just me.
Ah!
Jacob.
What?
Now, was it the biblical? Was it the biblical fuckery, or was it the movie in general?
Well, that was part of it, but I just thought it was a little weak. I don't know.
Well, we'll get into it, I guess.
I think that was the bigger part of it.
You were right about some
stuff.
Biblical stuff was like, right?
I'm gonna just go and say that I don't think Jacob's wrong.
Yeah,
it had some weak points, but it also had people that were really throwing a lot of acting chops in the scenes that were just terribly written.
Oh yeah,
are you talking about the Tupac and the fat black guy scene?
Where the fat black guy starts crying, and I'm just like, holy shit!
Well, that actor did a lot of good work in this. Like,
he did actually.
Red Bear
I thought
material.
We'll get there. I'm gonna blow it all right now, but I won't do it.
The character,
holding back.
The character Jeep was a few pliers short of a toolbox. Just saying.
Well, the
I'm fairly certain he was retarded.
Is Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh God, help us all. But thank you for being here, and thank you for enduring the movie, Jacob. He is the man who knows all the things about all the things. Angel Apocalypse. Fuck, God. It wasn't even hard. It wasn't even hard, Roman. He's the thad that shouldn't be, the unbearable 73. Angel Apocalypse Week. Matt, welcome to the show. I don't even know what happened there. I apologize to everyone. How are you doing, my friend? It's good to have you back with us again this week.
I survived my Jersey death match last week with the if people want to see pictures of what my apartment looked like, I can send it to you on the side. But it looked like someone was walking behind me, like slicing me in the leg with a knife as I walked to and from the bathroom into my bed. And
see that murder scene, Matt, is not good.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it is it was a tiny, tiny pinhole like space that happened to nick a little vein, and it was guiding blood like a power jet.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a lot of blood. It was just shooting out so far because it was high pressure.
Yeah, arterial or vein. None of that's good. None of that's good.
No, he said if I let it bleed, it would have healed on its own eventually. Like it just would have been very messy for a few weeks.
When? Well, I am glad you are back with us this week, my friend.
Yeah.
Blair, you're here so often now. You're not even getting the pause now. You're going along with the mix. He moves with mystery, they say. He comes and goes as he will. He is our favorite wizard of the interwebs. He is Blair de Blair, with a fantastic background, by the way. I'm loving what you did with the shelves.
Thank you. Put a lot of work into it. Yeah, I like this movie. I really into angels and that kind of stuff too. So this is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm Catholic, but I very much appreciate the angel fuckery that they did in this. They take what you know, and they do a lot of what the prophecy did. So not a dissimilar thing.
That. When I get there, I have something to say about that.
And if you didn't know, so the prophecy, and we talked about this a while back, there are like four movies in that saga.
There's 5. There's the original trilogy, which concludes with the prophecy 3. It explains the plot of the 3 movies.
Okay.
And there's 2 sequels, which have the only good thing about them is watching Carrie Werner, the actress.
Lord. So just watch the first movie, really, though. I mean, that's the one that, for me, because I've seen the other ones, and they're like,
well, no. I love the second and third because
really. I did not. I love
Gabriel's
was not in my vocabulary with those movies.
Gabriel's interesting, but mostly.
Well, the Gabriel redemption arc was nice. I love Christopher Walken in most things, but every now and then, even he strays. And last but not least, musician, pop culture aficionado, YouTube prostitute, man of the people. He is Sammy Threepeat, wearing the shining rug as a sweater.
Thank you. I'm glad that we're reviewing my baby tapes tonight. Some people said that I had a hard scrabble existence growing up, but I just thought I was touched by angels, and I'm glad to get into it with you guys. I'm glad to share as a Catholic.
I'm excited
myself.
about this. No one, it's sad. No one enjoyed this movie as much.
No, I enjoyed the shit out of this movie. I specifically remember watching this movie in college and thinking it's fun. Now that I'm in like the critic sphere, it has some issues. It still doesn't stop being.
Oh,
fun.
It definitely has issues. I agree with that. Yeah, there's some. We'll get to those things.
I still will watch this. I will watch this movie again. Like, you know what I mean? It's still fun.
I actually bought it after I watched it again. I bought the movie because I was like,
I only buy movies when I really need, when something's like, I have like a million streaming services now, and then like when I get the itch to see something and it's not on there, that's when I go, well, it's never going to be on anything ever again. And then
It's true.
Then I just buy it.
So let's say hi to our very limited chat tonight. Remember, folks, tell your friends, please, for the love of God. We've been here for 3 years. 3 years on Thursdays we've been doing this. Please let them know we're here. Frank Yately, always with us. Welcome. Yeah, and that's one of the great parts of this movie, my friend. Old broad climbing on the ceiling, flies flying around her. She's delightful. She's got them shark teeth. I'm going to watch a trailer or clip to jog my memory. Okay, Jama, and welcome, Jama Lama, hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you being.
Hey, love it, Zax.
Love it, Zax.
Oh, there we go. Hey, love it's here. Love it. Hello. Enjoyed you on Zax's stream last night, and the man himself, Zax. Hello, sir.
My spirit animal.
And again, please remind your friends that the good old Roman of the Empire still hanging out on Thursday nights. They haven't killed me yet, but by God, they are trying. So, Jacob, do we have them loaded up tonight, my friend?
What time is it? Is it at a certain time? Is it that time?
Heavenly shades of memes are falling. It's meme time.
It's meme time with Jacob Ironside. This is, I think, everyone's favorite part of the show. I don't know if we can, once we get out of this, I don't know. We may lose them all. So we are going to start and see what Jacob has done to me this week. Oh, really? We're going to start like that, huh? We're going to start. I look good as Albert Finney. I look better as Albert Finney than Albert Finney did.
You do. You look like a healthier Albert Finney.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look sober and actually in shape.
You look like you're hot. What was that stupid thing he had in the movie? It was like the hot coffee was too hot, too cold. Your coffee was just right.
Man, that's strange. A little disturbing, but not as disturbing as you'd think. Let's wait a minute.
I just realized he's wearing.
Is the stream on YouTube? Please, God, tell me it is.
I see it.
It's actually on YouTube, right? Okay, yeah. For some reason, none of my shit is working tonight, friends. None of it. It's,
and Twitter is.
Everything is in malfunction mode.
Yeah, I got the stream up. It's running fine.
Okay.
Twitter's been down for 5 or 6 hours.
Okay, yeah, Twitter is like fuck tonight, so that's mildly concerning. There was life. Wait a minute! Oh no, you're picking the movies that you hated. That's fucked up. God. At least I'm not kissing him. I'm not kissing Patrick Stewart.
Life Force was a good movie.
Shoot yourself.
Yeah, you had a naked broad walking around.
Yeah, exactly.
Life
Force
really
was.
I'd say the third act of that movie is a banger. Anyway, like when everything's like breaking down, like that movie
zombies,
so
naked broad. Yeah, I mean, what? I don't even know what you want from a movie anymore.
Space vampires.
More naked broads. That would be something.
Would have been Life Force 2. More naked broads.
More naked broads. Yeah.
There's 2 chicks now.
Wait a minute. That's really we're there now.
with their specially designed tanks that let you just fall out on the floor after you've been through hyperspace.
Yeah, they didn't really design that very well at all. It's unfortunate.
Roman said he took a lot from his role in Wolfen in Event Horizon, and it really shows.
Thank God Albert Finney was not in Event Horizon. He could have been. He was still alive.
I curse God that Albert Finney was not in Event Horizon.
What's the consensus? That he would have made all of these movies better?
I don't know. No, that is impossible.
Because at least you could masturbate to them.
Albert Finney makes everything better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was my mic on?
Terminator 2 Judgment.
Is my mic on? No. Who's the girl? Is that Sammy?
The girl in this movie? No, it's the girl that's in this movie.
The movie.
Oh, is that just Sarah Connor?
Yeah. Yep. It's Sarah Connor.
Yeah, but
Wait,
it's the.
Did you think that was
the girl that's in this movie's face?
Well, you never know. He does. Jacob does such a good job. It could have been Roman's face on the dog for all we know.
I never know. I could be the dog.
Look,
that's entirely
look
possible.
at the other faces. It's the other actors in this movie.
Wait a minute. Is this movie? It is this movie. What did you do?
Actors from this movie on those faces.
Oh, is
Jacob's
Dennis
getting
Quaid,
too clever
is he,
now. It's fucking me up.
Terminator?
The actress's name is Adrian.
No,
Pilecki,
that's the actor who plays Gabriel.
She was,
that's the Terminator.
Yeah, she was.
I don't need
John
this anymore, and I don't need this anymore.
It gets better after this.
All right, sorry. My notes. It's my notes. I got to get rid of my notes.
By the way, the actor who plays Gabriel in this is a really good actor. He was in the vampire TV show
The Strand.
The Strand. He was in a really good
that's a fucking great show. If you've never seen that show,
he was in a really good horror movie.
Oh, Kevin Durant. Yeah, that's the guy, right?
Gotcha at the end called 10.
He played the Blob in the Wolverine movie.
He was in SG Stargate SG-1 too.
Blob.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacob gets it.
He played a gold.
Oh yeah, he was one of the Goulds. Yeah.
Yeah, so Kevin Durant, that's
Dark was.
he's only in this movie for like a hot minute, but
he's acting his ass off. I think I like him most in The Strand, but like even here, like he's bringing something to the mix.
He was in.
Yeah, they're for me, and this is for me. We'll get through Jacob's memes. Let's get through Jacob's memes before.
Oh, he was in 310 to Yuma. I knew he was.
This is
in
when
that
we
movie.
were in Vegas and Shield Wall. He ordered a burger with no onions, and they charged him the full price anyway for the onions, and chaos ensued.
That's what happened. Damn it, Jacob!
I knew this was coming. This wasn't happening.
That's just cruel,
and it's still
that
works.
wasn't meant to make me feel good. That's alarming. That's very disturbing.
Anna.
And oddly, it still works is the worst part about it. Wow.
He's like that, Albert Finney.
Wow.
Really gets my blood a pumping.
Wow. I'm at a loss. It's Matt.
You know,
I always feel about
Matt and
Smash
Tyrese Gibson.
You are Sicilian.
I am 2% sub-Saharan African.
There you go.
Yeah, you're Sicilian, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that a boy.
Right on, my brothers.
Oh my God.
And Matt.
I like the glasses. That's very nice.
You look more like what's his face in Nobody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's his fuck?
Yeah.
That guy.
Mr. Show, Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Yeah,
He went to the same college I did.
Really? Oh, really? That's
Really?
just mean. I'm not a smart man.
I'm not a
Hey,
smart
we
man.
found, we
Know
found a
what
haircut
love
that doesn't
is.
work.
Oh my
for
God, Roman, you know who you look like in this? Do you remember that demonic possession movie that we like, with the dude in prison?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you look a lot like the dude who was possessed in this shot.
That was that, and that was what was this? Sean Patrick Flanagan. Flanagan
I think something
from
like that. I don't
from
remember.
Boondock Saints.
What was that movie called?
Nefarious,
Nefarious. Yeah.
which is a great movie. We should do
I
that.
haven't seen that movie in a while.
That's a movie not everyone's seen either, so that might be fun.
No,
Of course,
it's
the
a good
viewership
one,
will be exactly like it is now, 7 people. But that's fine. I'm happy you're here. You 7, you stay. Don't you fucking leave me. I was arrested, set my friend on fire, and lions are really scary.
That really works for her face.
It does. That's good. And we don't. Mando's MIA tonight. She's probably either in prison or possibly kidnapping a child. Joker got stuck, and Beard.
I heard those.
Yeah, no, the Joker got away because the Batmobile lost its wheel.
In the bunker.
What in the fuck is going on? None of my shit is working right tonight. I'm watching everything fail in live in real time over on my other screens. This is
A kaiju is attacking California. Romans.
something bad is going on. Something bad is going on.
No,
So-
it's weird because I love Mando so much, and like this was by far the most hated character in the movie for me.
this broad. Yeah,
this
she was
broad?
not. She
You
wasn't
know, what
great.
she reminded me of is the old like worn out model in Just Shoot Me. No,
I am
all right,
unaware of
crickets.
that. I am unaware of Just Shoot.
It was a show with David Spade in the 90s.
Though I feel like I live that every day. Just from the
Yeah,
title.
the Just Shoot Me part.
So Frank, that was about 8.5 miles up the road. It did crash into military housing though, which was not great. Cessna went down. Not far. It happened like in the middle of the night last night. It was like
Was that a Cessna? I thought it was like a Learjet or something.
No, it was a Cessna. So small plane. The only people that apparently died were on the Cessna. So no one in housing got killed.
That's good
It was-
because it looked like it burned a whole bunch of stuff up.
Yeah, so about 15 of the units got damaged, but fortunately no one there was killed. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's weird. All I wanted to do was start an Olive Garden in the middle of the desert. Actually, if you read that in Dennis Quaid's voice, all I wanted to do was start an Olive Garden in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, that brings me to a critique. No, we'll wait till we get into the movie.
Okay, there are critiques in this. I enjoyed it, but yes, there are things to do here.
See, the haircut works for me, not Roman.
Yeah, it works better. It definitely works better on Sammy.
Yeah.
Blair's looking good though. I like Blair.
Yeah, dude,
Blair's,
Blair, what have you been doing?
I don't know.
Is that keto or
Jesus,
I really.
Pilates. What's going on there?
Benny?
Looks like X
Did
is
you
working
know I
again.
grew up in No, I did not know that, Frank. North County. Remember, so San Diego County is, when people say they're from San Diego, it could mean they're from fucking France. San Diego is so fucking big as far as the land mass of San Diego County. Bob O, that's right. Yeah, Bob Oden.
Oh, Bob Odenkirk. That's his name.
Oden. He's got a weird name. Dave Cross, really? I don't remember him from Arrested Development. But when I watched that, I was on the boat, so we missed a lot of things.
David Cross is just fucking.
David Cross is so fucking weird. So, Jacob, thank you with a question mark, mostly because I'm an old broad who with baby teeth. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yes. Well, oh yeah, Whitey, you got it. That's exactly right. And welcome to the show, my friend. Good to see you tonight. Everybody loves Whitey. He's everybody's favorite albino bear. So let's dive into this.
And now he's playing Project Zomboid.
Before we
one of the best games ever.
Before we start, just one briefly. Scott Adams was announced that who's the creator of Dilbert, had announced he's dying of cancer. So, great creator over the years. So, just well with prayers and well wishes out to him. For,
yeah, that is unfortunate. I like him. There's another guy dying of cancer who I don't fucking care about, but I like Scott Adams.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, everybody does. Everybody does. I mean, if you grew up in our era, you grew up with Dilbert. So I don't have a lot of trivia.
Underrated.
What's that?
Yeah,
the Dilbert cartoon. Like when he had a cartoon for a second, it was severely underrated.
Oh, Dilbert was out there for a very long time.
Yeah, but I'm saying the actual television cartoon was.
Oh, I didn't realize it had a television cartoon.
What was that show with Drew Carey that was basically live action Dilbert, but not named called Dilbert?
I think it was called Drew, if I'm not mistaken.
What, the Drew Carey show?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a not very interesting
with
title,
Mimi.
Believe, yeah, with Mimi. So there wasn't a lot of trivia for this. The only thing that I didn't know is that in 2014, the Sci-Fi Network did a show called Dominion that is a 25-year later follow-up to this movie.
It was horrible.
It lasted 2 seasons. I've never seen it. It's horrible.
I'm watching that tonight.
I liked it.
It ignored the plot of the movie in foundational ways.
I got nothing. I can make no comment because I didn't realize it existed. So much like my wife and I, she barely knows I'm here. So it's the same kind of thing. Are you watching Mistress of the Empire? Rap on the door.
Since we're getting into the movie now, let me just preface the movie by saying, if you never read like the Judeo-Christian Islamic like lore, not stuff in the Bible per se, but like the apocryphal text and all that, this movie, the biggest flaw of this movie is they don't actually explain very much what's going on and why the angels have gone crazy and God's doing what he's doing and all that, right? So to preface this, if you go back and read the Bible, the flood happens, God punishes mankind with the flood, wipes almost all of them out and all that, and resets things, right? And then he says, if you do it again, I'm going to wreck the world. Okay? But then he sends Jesus to die for mankind's sins, so he foregoes the permanent destruction of mankind in the earth, right? Now, that permanent destruction part, if you go and read, but the last book of the Old Testament was written around 408 BC, and the first book of the Gospels was written around 60 AD. There were other books written in there, like the famous books of Enoch and all that, which are not part of any Bible, but they'll call it apocryphal text. All this angelic stuff comes from. And one of the apocalypses is that God sends the angels to basically destroy everyone, And so this movie is loosely based in that, right? And combining that with the second coming of Jesus to stop the angel,
Oh, right on. I did not know that. Thank you, Matt. And again, he is the man who knows all the things about all things. And actually,
well, I mean, there's not a lot about the actual angels in either the Torah, the Christian Bible, or even the Quran. There's they only mention three of the archangels by name.
Yep.
Yeah. And most of the things we know about angels are kind of like culturally inferred through like Milton and like Dante. Like,
I've read the books of Enoch, but there's a lot of stuff in there. Like if you're not supernatural, you know most of what's in the book of Enoch anyway. But like this whole thing with angels being God's assassins, which is what they are in a lot of ways. Or I should say, this is a technical thing. Technically, most of these things in here aren't angels. Angels are just God's messengers who send like the angel Gabriel, right? These are like seraphim and thrones and whatever who do God's like dirty work. They're like his left hand.
And there are categories.
I love how you're painting this, where like just some dude in a trench coat shows up and like God sends his regards.
Yeah.
So the movie starts off with the lady Charlie is her name, who is played by Adrienne Palicki. She's a lovely girl. But she's giving the narrative about how her mom, when she was little, would talk about, tell stories, the loving God, blah, blah, blah. And then when her father left, that stopped. And then there was suddenly the vengeful God in her mother's stories. And she said, and it's kind of like, oh, Mom, why did God stop loving us, or something to that effect? And the line is, I guess he got tired of all the bullshit. All right. And you can kind of buy that. Look at, you look at the world, it is what it is. I just found the Pigeon Bible.
It's
a Hawaiian guy reading the Bible in slang. Oh, okay, I get it. That's interesting. That is true.
So she's the one of the characters in the Orville.
The pregnant lady.
Yeah, she's in in Orville.
Now,
yeah, she was also in the.
Yeah, she's the first officer in the Orville.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was in
this movie
starts
kind of with a bang here, though. The angel just falls from the sky, and you can see immediately what he is. Los Angeles. I mean, maybe because of the name, it doesn't really matter. December 23rd, 1:02 a.m. though. And this, I can never pronounce his name right. Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul
is the actor, and you've seen him.
December 23rd thing killed me. As if that's a significant date. Like Jesus was born December 25th, year 0.
Well, not which is we moved the birth date of Jesus to line up with the pagan holiday, so we could take him over, which is fine. But I mean, the angels clearly know that. But that's. But so I like him as an actor. You don't see him in a lot of things. I mean, like I said, he's in this. He's in the Marvel films as Vision, and I'm sure he's done other things.
He was in that movie with Russell Crowe, I think, Master and Commander. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he played his
really
friend.
The
doctor. That's a great fucking movie.
Yeah. Oh, was it Knight's Tale too?
Yeah, he was in Knight's Tale. He was the he was like the hype man.
He's been in some British TV shows too.
Getting all his clothes
stolen. Like going back to this is almost like with like Daniel Craig, like watching something like Layer Cake, where you're like, oh, this guy has really good action chops. I hope they utilize that, and then they kind of put him in a very non-confrontational thing in the Marvel movies. So it's still like he's kind of underutilized. Like the most he does is kind of like stand up and like sticks his arm out and have a CGI like laser like come out of his head. Like he's not really like, he's punching and kicking and shooting here. Like this is I thought this would be a vessel.
Hey, Cannoli, welcome, my friend. Now it's interesting though, because he actually doesn't have a ton of lines on this. He has lines, but he doesn't have a huge talking part. But when he's on screen, he's very much there. So he hacks off his wings here. That's what we get. And then his collar falls off. This is I'd say it's symbolic, but it's not symbolic. What it is he is no longer an angel. He is no longer tethered to the will of God. That's what this means.
So also, Dogma, they don't explain, again, bad writing doesn't explain it. That collar linked him to heaven. He could be tracked in so the archangels, of which there are 8 in Christianity, for example, they're a class of angel that have special roles, right? So they have special powers. So this movie is saying, because he has that collar on, it limited his ability to travel to the earth at will and all that sort of stuff.
But it also, I mean, if I read the way the movie plays out, right, it also makes him very mortal.
He's going to
become his power.
Here's the thing. Okay,
that comes into play at the end.
Well, no, it's not that it comes to play in the end. Angels don't have bodies; they're made of God's thoughts, basically, right? So even if they manifest a body, the body can always be destroyed, right? Only God can actually wipe out an angel, So all that's going on in this movie with them, like the angels fighting, whatever. Like when you see Michael die.
It's like when Superman defeats Darkseid. He never really defeated Darkseid.
Yeah, because angels are beings of thought. But again, it's the one. My biggest complaint of the movie is if I didn't know this stuff, where is it from like biblical lore they're basing this on? Where would you know this stuff? You know what I mean? There's a plot hole, like why did that happen and all that. You know. Also,
some of this you just kind of have to take on.
Yeah,
you know, that it's you just follow the events of the movie. You're like, okay, and you just kind of accept things. I mean, there are a lot of movies.
It's an enjoyable movie either way. You know what I mean?
Jurassic Park, for instance.
Yeah, like you see the angels possessing people. Well, that's a power of angels, but if you don't know that, you're like, why can he do that? Why is God letting that happen? You know, type of thing.
I mean,
well, he was cut his collar off. Didn't it look like there was a halo above his head for a little bit too?
No, it did, because when you see this, it looked like it's around his neck. Yeah. But it looks like I said, it's him. For me, what this meant was basically him becoming mortal.
So
he is now one of
Blair talked about this backstage.
Let me
this movie feels very much like Terminator-esque, just with an angel.
So he manifests a physical form which has a collar that grounds him to heaven. Is the way to explain it. So he takes off the collar and therefore loses his link to heaven. Can't be tracked. Can't be like limited by and that sort of stuff.
So it's like the ring of the Akatsuki.
So this is the one scene in the movie that I can explain away and just and accept a lot more of the movie. This scene was like, what the fuck? So there's this toy store. It's an import place. And he goes in there, and it's obviously a front for other. There's the rubber Santa. That's lovely. Breaks in there. He knows where to go. There's a stitch-up kit, which you don't normally find in your normal med kit, by the way. And he's sewing up where he cut off his wings. I thought this was cool. But like I said, in your everyday med kit, you don't have one of these hanging out in there. No. But what I wonder is either he knew what this place was, and we'll get here in a second once he stitches himself up. Either he knew what this was. He knew it was it was a front for arms dealing or whatever. And, why would he know that? Don't fucking know. It's just kind of there. Or he set this up for himself over the years, knowing something was coming, that he's kind of got things ready. I don't know. They never really explained this.
I took it as it was like a Korean mob, like gun storage place.
Yeah.
He knew to come here because he's an angel and he came from heaven or whatever. And then he landed near it. And then he's
their guardian angel.
Right.
No, he's cashing.
and then what he's wearing.
It looks like the Matrix in here, though. It's crazy.
What he's wearing is that Korean guy was wearing when he was walking around in there.
Yeah.
The Korean mobster. Yeah. So he just took his clothes. Kind of Terminator.
No, there's this theme in Marvel Comics called cosmic awareness, and you're aware of where everything is at any point in time.
Well,
so like one of Dax the Destroyer's powers is he knows where Thanos is anywhere in the universe. No, that's just one of his powers. He was created to destroy Thanos. I just kind of picked it up from that. It was like he spawned where guns are.
Well, plus angels can like read people like an open book. Remember how Gandalf read Frodo like an open book in Lord of the Rings, that sort of thing. It's one of their powers. It's
also like the Terminators. They are from the future, so they're like programmed to know where weapons are and.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So there's a myriad of different nerdy reasons.
Well, again, like I said, the movie doesn't explain it; it just happens, which is okay.
It does. It just happens. Like, why?
If you can accept that this movie just happens, you can enjoy it very much.
Yeah, that's the way I took it. I just kind of rolled with it. So they're like, what the fuck? And then of course he walks out.
I like he walks out, and it looks like he's got angel wings because of the shape of the door.
Yeah. Just like a Confederate soldier.
Yeah, right.
I will say I don't like the collar popped all the way up.
Well, that's the way it was back in
2010. That's how you rocked it, man.
I guess.
So they have no idea who the fuck he is, of course, because he's just a dude walking through a flaming door. He easily subdues the cop, which is not surprising. Really nice. The action scenes in this movie, I thought were very well done, though. What's that?
He must be on platform shoes because he looks a lot taller than the cop. I think the cop is now platform hunched. Shoes on or something.
Oh, he's surprised he's standing on something.
But I mean, the cop's also bent over here because he's holding his arm in the brake position.
Yeah.
And then this happens. The other cop, his head starts shaking. The lights are getting weird, and he shows up looking like fucking Jaws. Now, when I first saw this, I had assumed these were demonic possessions because that made the most sense to me. Funny thing.
That's what demons do. They don't.
Remember, in Christianity,
angels don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
angels
don't.
They could. Because demons and angels are the same.
They don't.
They have the same.
Yeah.
They got the
in
same
Christianity, demons are fallen angels who have their powers limited.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
why
basically,
other
powers?
So because he's basically here, like, Michael, what are you doing, bro? Just come back. And he's like, I can't do that because he's abandoned his assignment. You don't know what his assignment is yet, but he is off. He's off script here. So they're coming after him because they know he went rogue. So he kills the dude, though, so you know that these critters can be killed because it's just they're a host body. That's the unfortunate thing, is, whoever's in the body is now terminated. This is kind of cool, though. So as the cops were there, though, they're starting to get all these kind of frantic radio calls. And he says it started, and you don't really. I mean, again, at this point, you don't fully know what that means. But as he's driving out, all the lights in LA are going out, and this is where we meet Jeep. This is one of the dumbest characters ever in cinema. He's a nice enough guy, but he's definitely got an IQ of about 80.
Yeah. And they're living in that nice 1947 trailer.
That is a lovely trailer.
It is.
Hey, the baked potato.
He's like if the Iron Giant was made of. Wait, what? What does that mean? That's very confusing to me.
We're talking about how tall cannoli Sasquatch is.
Oh God! Okay. See that? Remember, I can't see everything, folks. I can't see everything.
Look at how old all of this stuff is. Like, look at that lawnmower. That's like a 1960s lawnmower.
Okay, yeah. Now we're getting into I have problems with all of this. My main problem with these two characters, Jeep, his accent does not match up with his father Dennis Quaid's accent. I don't know how he picked up
because his IQ is so low. He has a different accent.
And then we have the smoking hot, not so Virgin Mary here.
Now, I was confused about like he was like, "I'll help you" or whatever. The impression I got is that she was going to be like a surrogate for somebody or something. And then she got, that's why she got pregnant, to like get money.
I literally don't. We have no explanation. We know that the baby is not Jeep's because they never talk about a father, though. They never say,
Either way,
Billy Bob just ran out on you, dumbass.
Either way, this is one of the worst friend zonings I've ever seen.
It's really rough. It's rough.
Even she consoles him afterwards, where she gets up and like squeezes his shoulder. We're like,
you're so fucking dumb, bro. Jeep. You're just dumb as a fucking
It's
bean.
literally going to take the end of the world for you to fuck me. And, and wouldn't you know it?
We come to what, I mean, and it starts off with Jeep. He, for me, is like the weakest link in the entire movie.
He's a horrible actor. But if you want to see something he was really good in, it's called American Gothic. It ran for one season.
Really? Okay, so Lucas Black is the actor, and I feel I know I'm maligning you here, Mr. Black, but Jeep Hansen is dumb as a bean. He is a dumb character, and it's just, I mean, maybe you're probably doing your best with it, but I don't know. So Paradise Falls.
All he needed was some Simple Jack fake teeth, and
Yeah,
he would have been perfect.
Exactly.
You went full retard. Never.
yeah. When you got like old man Dennis Quaid going like, "Why are you fucking with this bitch?" and he like, "She's not that bad."
So
Really, what's this? Love it. Love it.
Love it. Yeah, we need to know. We need to know more about you. About
she likes her. She likes her coffee, Lucas Black.
She's like, "I'll take my coffee with a side of retard, please."
Once you have Lucas Black, you can't go
I
back.
think he's from the same part of the world she's from. So
I've been love to you long time.
So here we have. Remember, it's Christmas time, so they're showing.
The Beautiful Life.
That's a Wonderful Life. Jesus, Roman, your brain stopped. And Dennis Quaid is hitting his TV like I hit my fucking computer. He's just trying to get it to work.
Like
this
literally
is interesting.
Everything from this entire area is from like 1965.
Yeah,
it's poor.
It's got that feeling of old about it.
Yeah, which I mean, if it's upkept, it's nice. I like it. You can find places like this still.
Oh yeah, there's tons of small towns like this.
Yeah. But
this isn't even a town. This is just a diner.
I mean, you want to see stuff like this? Go to Appalachia.
It's a diner / what do you call it? Car repair place. So
car repair place,
that just lets you know how in the middle of nowhere this is. And
so
I know places like that exist.
No, that's true.
Oh, they're all over the Southwest.
No, they are. And you know, which is great. It lets you get the setup that wherever this place is exactly, like it's isolated, and it's a good setup. But yeah, there are plenty of places where you walked in after Kennedy got capped. Everybody took a look around and went, you know what? We don't need new shit. We're just
gonna keep what we got.
we got what we got.
So here's where we meet Audrey Anderson, and I thought this was kind of a funny scene. So we don't know who these people are yet. She's like, look at her. He's like, do you think she got up in the morning planning on showing everybody her ass? Why don't we ask her? He's like, no. Hey Audrey, your mother wants to know if you wanted to get up this morning. And so that's her parents, and they're not great people. They're kind of whatever they are. And Audrey is the bad girl. You know, basically she's rebelling against her parents' wealth and kind of a little shit.
If you watched Arrow, the actress who plays Audrey played Thea, Oliver's sister.
Yeah, she was in that.
And here we have Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah. Tyrese Gibson is my rebuttal when you know, sometimes black people will just call white people Matt Damon. I rebuttal with Tyrese Gibson.
Accepted.
Just throwing that out there.
So he's not where he means to be. She's smoking, which is not good for pregnancy.
Mother of the Year.
Here's fucking poor dumb Jeep.
Yeah, they're really taking that 1960s motif freaking straight up. It's like, oh, it's still safe to smoke.
No, yes, you got like the murder playground behind you.
Yeah,
that's the stuff we had when we were kids, by the way.
Jeep's,
I'm waiting for
Jeep's cousins are over here, and the hills have eyes back here.
I was thinking Con Air, where Steve Buscemi has like the tea party with the little girl.
Oh yeah, in the trailer court place.
Yeah. No, she looks just like the old actress from Just Shoot Me.
Now that's the dude who played Audrey's father. He was in The Closer, if you remember watch that TV show.
I have never seen that.
Good show.
Yeah, so they're pissed off and stuck there in case you're so that's so it's Howard Anderson, Audrey Anderson, and Sandra Anderson is the family, and they're stuck there because their BMW broke down, and they expect Jeep to fix it with a hammer and his wit.
Yeah. By the way, all realness, to get foreign parts out there, that's going to take at least a week.
I love the part. I love the part where he's just looking at the engine. It's like,
Yeah, he's just sitting there. I have no idea what to do with this. So they've been waiting for a long time for the car, and he's like, "Yeah, you said it wasn't going to be long." And so his dad walks out. His dad is Bob Hansen. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Jeep's over here sanding a crib because he's retarded, instead of working on the car that they could be making money to fix. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She is not for you, son. She could be, Daddy. No, she is not, Jeep. But I
this
love
where
her.
he talks about why he bought the place and how he mom down, because he thought that they were going to build a new like Walmart or something down the road and a bunch of housing development.
Well, no, they thought the freeway was going to be coming by here, so
or something
it would bring all the business. But the freeway ended up being shifted over by like a fucking
he had
town.
not
So
retarded intentions,
right?
No,
I
mean,
mean,
ahead
of the
he thought he was getting. Yeah, he thought it was going to work out.
I got
but
in a
then,
fight and ruined your Black Panther party.
So Dennis Quaid's idea was good, but unfortunately, things change, and then your business is this. You're just stuck in Paradise Falls, and
then his son is like, "I love you, Jenny."
Why are you calling me Jenny, son? I'm not fucking Jenny. I don't know who I am, and I just peed myself. So Jeep's a retard. He's like, yeah, it'll be done in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That kind of sums up Jeep right there.
He's like, yeah, Tweedledum will have it done in a couple of minutes. Just get an omelet.
Yeah. So he sees this fucking crazy shit coming up on the horizon, though, which is clearly not normal. And this is me looking at my computer most of the time. Reception's just gone out all the way. And he hits it, and it comes in with boom, clear as a bell. What the fuck?
Such fucking clarity. Like 1080p.
Yeah.
The best signal they've ever had.
He's like, wait a minute. That's odd. This is not, because they're like, oh, it's a test. And it clearly says, this is not a test. And then the dude's he wants to use the phone.
It was 10. Did they still have like broadcast? You need an antenna to pick up TV back then?
Yeah. They were switching over.
No, I think that was before I think that's before they cut it. No, you can still pick up TV with an antenna. They lie about that.
I'm pretty sure that the big transition happened in like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one to HD.
So now everybody's getting kind of freaked out, though, because it's coming over the radio as well. They're like, that's odd. That's a funny thing. So he's talking to his ex-wife. I'm a bad dad. I probably beat you. I want to talk to my son. And then the phone goes dead.
Well, the thing about the emergency broadcast is just the noise. It doesn't have like, any news or shelter in place or what's happening. It's just the sound.
No, they're not talking about it. It's just a tone.
Yeah, this was. I had to step away for a minute, so I don't know if y'all said this, but they're like, "Oh, it's just a test." It says on the screen, "This is not a test."
Yeah, it said it right across. Like, that was another.
That's presuming they could read.
Gibson's character.
Is that a Cylon?
We haven't gotten to it yet, but he gets questioned on whether he's a good guy. But you get this little scene where he has this back and forth with his ex-wife, and then you later find that he's like a gun-toting drifter who may or may not have had altercations with some people where he was like, yeah, sometimes I pull my gun out like just to scare people.
That's a funny thing.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
He was a street racer. Good. Come on.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, and then look at this.
Mm-hmm.
This, then this.
I don't know what
I would tell him to get the fuck away from my car immediately.
That is a man who has no idea what he's looking at. So thank you to everyone who's hanging out with us over on YouTube and over on X tonight. Let your friends know that we're on, because here we are talking about Legion from 2010. It's a cool horror movie. We like to make fun of things because that's kind of what we do over here. But it's still a fun movie. But Jeep, this character is a full-on retard. Oh, this is great. This is the old broad.
Oh my gosh.
She gets out with her walker. She's my favorite character. I think in the film.
100%.
She just makes her way in. Everybody's looking, and her name
on my day-to-day life.
Discount Betty White.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
that would be funny if it was Betty White playing this character.
Oh, this is Gladys Foster.
She was
Gladys Foster,
still alive.
played by Jeanette Miller. Hi, I'm Gladys.
Yeah.
No,
every
now
I'll
and then
take
when
a
I'm
steak.
answering the phone,
Rare.
I'll have
Oh,
like
no.
questions from like a very old person at work, and so I'll have questions pertaining to my job, and then I'll get like a woman of this age going like, "Why is the flag at half mast today?" And then like part of me wants to be like, "How'd you get this number? Did you Google it?" And then I was like, but then I realized no. This person did not Google it, so like I'll Google it for them, and I'll be like, you know what, Mabel, this is why the flag is at half.
And why do they? No, they didn't do anybody any favors in this film. That's true. So I mean, these are not. This is, I think, actually Southwest. I get the impression they're in the California desert.
Yeah, they're right.
Can you go back
LA's
one
right
still though, Roman?
Which back to Jeep
There you go. Somehow this hairline still works for you.
It's true. It's true. It's damn it, Jacob. So is steak as rare as
weird.
she can make
They're in California. They're in California, and Jeep has a southern accent. It's weird.
No,
he grew
so
up there.
I'm going to tell you. So I have a friend. I've got a friend of mine whose name I won't use. I will use his military call sign of caveman. Now, he grew up literally 5 miles from where I'm sitting. You would swear he was from Missouri or Mississippi, possibly Arkansas.
Yeah.
There is no explanation for it.
I met somebody from Iowa. I met somebody from Iowa that sounds like they're from Arkansas. So it's just weird.
Okay, so in Western Michigan, there's guys who kind of have like a Southern draw, and you can even hear it bleed into the way that I talk sometimes. But like, I've never had someone go like, "Hey, I'm from Maine." Like this.
No, that's generally true. Yes.
That all may be true, but Lucas Black basically can't act and just plays himself in everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he is returning. So Gladys is talking to the couple, oh, what a beautiful family. Then she says something fucked up about the daughter or something here. I forget what she says exactly, but it
was something.
It's not good.
Your baby's gonna burn.
No, we're not a burning baby yet. We're insulting the family right now. So
yeah, she wanted a raw steak.
That's essentially raw. That's disgusting. Even I'm a man who likes to eat rare.
That should have been your first clue. That should have been their first clue right there.
And then that's where she starts going in about the baby. How far along are you? Oh, it's gonna burn.
And she starts talking, and there's like flies all over the meat. Yeah.
And that's where the pretty girl's making the what the fuck face. You're all going to burn. And everybody's like, oh, what the fuck is that old bitch saying? And she says something like damn you or to hell with you or fuck off or something along those ways. And the old broad, and that's
like
where
a bucket list goal of mine is to be like live to this age and then like
say whatever the fuck you want.
No, but like have a role in a movie that like freaks everybody the fuck out. Where we're like, oh, you're all going to be dead now, and they're like, oh my god, Grandpa, and like that. I always enjoy it in any medium. It's always great when the elder comes out and he is the one who says like, oh, the apocalypse is happening. Like I just love it.
Remember the old guy in Poltergeist 2 who played the beast?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. It's like,
he had a lovely 100%. Singing voice though. So Mr. Howard Anderson, the old broad says something fucked up to the wife. He feels he needs to intervene, and the old broad takes a fucking chunk out of his neck.
She was hungry. They
Great
didn't give her food fast enough.
Look at that. So that's such a great shot.
She was like, I got to eat this guy's neck because this steak is like $40.
Betty White.
So it's all going crazy.
Why, Betty White? Why?
Oh, and then he's like, all right, this isn't normal, so I'm just gonna frying pan her head.
Yeah, well, that's the natural reaction to anything. And she's like, uh-oh.
And she just eats it like no problem. And then
here she goes.
Up. Yeah.
Yep, ceiling crawl.
Up the walls.
And it's just crazy.
And he starts blasting with the shotgun.
That's so fun. And Jeep's standing there like a dipshit holding the shotgun. And he can't pull the trigger. You weak piece of shit. There's a demon woman in your diner, and you cannot pull the trigger, Jeep.
I will say, out of all the times, like I said, I've only seen this movie once or twice. I guess 3 times now, rewatching it today. This is the scene that everybody talks about.
Yeah, it's just Gladys is fucking great. And then he's just standing there, and then you hear gunshots. It's obviously not him because there's no fucking recoil. And Gladys drops.
When I first heard it, I was like, what's this movie doing? Because it's multiple shots. I was like, he didn't even pump the thing, and it didn't sound like a shotgun.
Yeah, he did nothing.
And it turns out Tyrese did it. And which makes sense because, you know, if you saw the Terminator or the Transformer movies, he was an E6 technical sergeant in that. And then the very next movie, he was an E9. So somehow he got promoted like three ranks, 4 ranks.
Here, go
That's
back.
A funny thing. That usually doesn't happen.
Go back
in like a year.
Bitch thinks I'm a bad dad.
Yeah. and then later he's like, I never used the gun. I never shot anybody with it, or I never even shot it.
I didn't shoot anybody. I just waved it around.
Like threaten them and stuff.
That's awesome. So now the diner is just fucking chaos. No one knows what's happening. Poor fucking Howard's bleeding out on the floor because old crazy shark tooth bitch bit him in his fucking jugular.
By the way, that would totally be me.
What? They got bit?
I would be the first guy. Like I would never be like the survivor girl. I would be the guy who gets bit in the neck immediately.
Oh, what?
I don't get why there was blood dripping from the.
I don't know. I don't know why they focused on that. Quite honestly, there didn't really seem to be much of a reason to.
I thought that was like a drop down kind of gap. And there was like a window above that or something.
There's really no follow up from that.
Yeah, I thought there was something
that happens, and that's it.
Well, the other thing that's no follow up is they show the cook has dog tags, right?
Yes.
So it insinuates he was in the military and he's missing a hand, but they never bring it up. It's never talked about.
They don't really need to talk about that. Though. I think that kind of fills in enough.
Yeah, but when they're doing stuff on the roof,
they make a joke about it, which is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as the blood goes, I think that the angels are starting to play mind games with the people inside to get them to come out. That's all. And you see it more and more, especially later.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, later. So this cloud, what appears to be a cloud or a storm on the horizon, is fucking flies. This is cool and disgusting. So they're just coming in everywhere. Ew.
Yeah, that I like the cloud of flies thing. That was pretty cool. I don't know if they would just be able to get into the car through the vents like that. I've driven through bugs before, and that's never happened.
I can tell you,
no, it's impossible.
That's true. It's not just an open gap. That's true.
Right.
So
unless that on that
nothing
was, but.
No,
well, I would assume all. I mean, they're all.
Why that's not true, but I won't get into it. But like, it's not true. It cannot happen.
So this is funny. This is basically where Bob calls his son a pussy. He's like, not everyone can be the hero, son. I'm such a fucking failure. And so they're surprised because they're back, and they're like, "Why the fuck are you back? We need to get the fuck inside." And flies. That's a funny thing. Look at poor Gladys. She was just living her best life. So they don't want Gladys's body in there, so they stick her in the shed or whatever. So they see a cop car coming.
Reminded me of 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Really another great fucking movie, by the way. So
I got that comic book.
Oh yeah, I have it as well. I love that book. I love the art in that book because it's so fucking odd.
The book.
It's very disturbing comic book art. It's not your straight frame stuff. The art in that book it's almost sloppy. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's like it's disturbing. I love it. I think it's great. So not a cop shows up. They think he's a policeman, but then they're like, "Hey, you're from L.A.? Stand where you are." All right. You need to get inside. They're coming. His pulse never gets above like fucking 65. And he's trying to explain to them, and they're like, "Yeah, whatever." And he just grabs a shotgun. He's really good at that. Apparently, he's got those super angel reflexes, even though he's still just a man at this point. And so he doesn't want to kill him. And he's just like, "God damn it, you're a fucking retard." Gives him the gun back, and then he breaks into the trunk, and he's got all the weapons. He's like, "Here, you're going to need these." He doesn't even explain it. You're going to need these. He just gives everybody guns and tells them to get inside, and they're like, "All right." Oh, and he tells her, this is important. He tells the pregnant girl, "Don't do anything important, or don't do anything heroic." All right, whore and whore mom, get inside, please. They're coming. And now they're barricading the place. And again, we don't get a lot of exposition as to why they're doing this. They're just doing it. It's like, okay. And they know they're watching for something, but they don't know exactly what. They know it's more like her, meaning the shark tooth lady. Power goes out. That's always exciting. So they go up on the roof to watch. And it's funny that this is where we get one of the only jokes in the movie where Paul Bettany, the angel Michael, with the guns, he's like, "Now be careful. You don't want to shoot your hand off." And everybody looks over. He's like, "Why is everybody looking at me?" Because he's got the hook. It's the only joke in the movie.
Here comes Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, we hear the music, I think, before we see it.
To be scared of Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's the usual dun 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 dun, whatever it is.
I was watching the movie. I was watching the movie with subtitles on, and the name of that song is called "Turkey in the Straw." I never knew that.
That's a peculiar name.
Says, Turkey
what does it mean?
I think it's just a song.
The guy playing the Ice Cream Man here.
Yeah.
Doug Jones.
The guy playing the Ice Cream Man here. He played Abe in Hellboy. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
Who else? He was in Discovery. He was that tall alien dude.
Yeah,
he just plays odd alien.
He was in Mimic. He was in Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of B-grade movies. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. He was in The Strain.
Oh. Oh, was he the little go-between guy? I don't remember. I haven't seen The Strain in a while. Mm-hmm. And now they see all the cars coming.
Hold up. He's good.
No, he was one of what were they called? Like the Master, the other old vampires, the
okay.
Ancients.
The Ancients, yeah.
The Ancients.
He's one of them.
Stigori.
So they're just letting loose on these cars that are showing up because trying to minimize the numbers. But then you look the other direction. There's a whole other
Ice Cream Man is another famous thing that's used across the internet that people don't know it's from this movie.
Oh, that meme, the weird looking ice cream dude.
Yeah. Just saying.
So they're like, hey, they're regular people. He's like, no, they're not regular people, not anymore. And I don't know if this is where we get, or who are they possessed by? Demons? And he says, no, angels. And the little kid ones always freak people out, which it's one of those unfortunate things. But she's just as, possessed as everybody else is.
Yeah, come play with us, Danny.
So they just start mowing them down.
I like how they got extras. They got like real looking people.
Yeah.
Come off the
Kind of
street.
normal looking.
Yeah.
Would you like to be in a movie, ma'am? I don't know. I have to get to my mahjong.
I have to do makeup. No, you don't. We want you to look.
Oh, they grab poor Howard and drag him through the window. He's already got bleeding out the neck, and they drag him out. Oh, this dude says, I forget what the angel says. You have to forgive me. My memory is not horrible, or isn't horrible, isn't great anymore. Often I forget why I'm in a room and I pee myself.
He says, "Welcome to Olive Garden."
This way, please, for seating.
Yeah, exactly. The movie for tonight is The Fifth Element.
So they all start trailing away after they collect poor Howard. Exposition. And this is where he tells them kind of the why of it. He's like, God is basically done with your bullshit. He wanted me. He doesn't reveal his part yet. He just says that her baby is important and it's the future for, if that baby survives, then mankind has a chance. We don't really know why that is. We never really get a good explanation of that. But he's like, yeah, I'm an angel, and those are angels, and they're all coming to kill the baby, and they're gonna probably kill fucking everyone. Okay,
It's just,
and they don't realize the scope of the shit, because this is here.
This is just the big thing for me for this movie. The using angels, and they're using the tactics of demons and Satan, and it just it just turned me off from the movie.
Oh, I understand.
Angel possession.
Because, like I said, it does seem demonic. It does, like I said, when I first saw it, that's what I thought, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then he explains that no, they're angels. But if demons can possess, like I said, they all have the same. They're all basically the same.
Well, yeah,
right?
but
one is fallen.
Yeah, but it
like
flips the
angels are
concept
like
on its
forbidden.
head, right?
From
Well, remember though, God's pissed off now.
people.
Though these are,
they're not.
God is
they're not what they do.
God has sent not Sodom and Gomorrah, not what they do. Come on, But God has sent the angels to wipe humanity out, so they're obeying His will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're angels are now weaponized. Why wouldn't they act like demons? So like they're instead of being like messengers.
Well, they're not demons though.
Well, we're outside of Bible.
They're
now,
God's
though.
angels. They're not demons.
Well,
yeah, but
remember though, demons were angels. They have the
apparently angels don't
have gifts.
Apparently, the lower angels can't physically manifest; they have to take over bodies.
Well, no,
like Archangel guys.
That's TV show stuff. They angels. So this movie plays fast and loose with Christian lore, right?
Very fast for you.
Yeah.
An angel can do everything a physical body could, but doesn't need to actually make a physical body. So, like, if there were an angel like floating next to me, immaterial and all that, it could just knock me upside the head, as if it had a physical body. So the possession here is being done to wipe out humanity, not so much for, like, they don't need to do that, but they
they're doing it because they can.
I'm trying to pull out of like Christian apocrypha to try to explain the bad writing in the movie.
Well, it's a great effect.
I know my buddy. None of these facts are gonna like make Jacob like them.
No. But again, we're outside of biblical here because God has sent them to kill us all. So, which You know, like I said, we're outside of what normal Bible would have. So we were looking at this from the context of God's pissed, and He sent the angels to kill us all, which is, you know, it's fictional. Let's hope for now. Are you saying again? This is where Charles Dutton's like, are you saying you're? Yes, I was.
But the thing is, this guy is, I mean, he's got a cross on, so you assume he's a believer, and they just kill him with everybody else. It's like, why?
Which guy?
I don't think God would kill a believer. The black guy, the
no,
cook.
God doesn't care. God does not care in this movie, though, Jacob. That's what you have to put your normal stuff aside, because that's not what's taking place in this film.
Yeah, no,
God does not
discriminate.
God, he's just kill them all. Wipe it out.
God already made
this is very much a God of the Old
kill
Testament
humans.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Old Testament God. Old Testament God would do this.
Yeah.
This isn't resurrection and forgiveness God. I'll be back in 1 second, guys.
Everybody in this movie is going against God.
Don't fight with Jacob.
Well, it's if you think about it in that terms, it's like
you broke up, Jacob.
Yeah, you said if you think about it in that terms, and then the raccoons got you.
And he works it down to
Jacob's being assaulted by bad movie. Why was it bad movie? Subpar movie. Possessed raccoons. You know.
I thought some of the scenes, the actors, like, were really putting in a lot of good work, like acting, or trying to anyway. It's just what they were saying and the situations kind of. I see where they wanted to go with the movie. I just don't think they were able to make it all the points connect like they wanted to.
Yeah. That's another great way to summarize it. You know.
Yeah, because it had a lot of good concepts and ideas, and some of them were pretty well executed. But I also felt like they would get onto something, and you see that a lot in a lot of modern TV shows and movies, where they start like a plot thread and then it never goes anywhere, kind of thing. And also, the power's out. Well, how's this light on in here? Why is there only this light? Is this battery powered? It doesn't look like it.
Did we lose Jacob?
Being controlled.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe got cut off thunderstorm or something.
Spooky.
Well, he's still. Oh yeah, he dropped out, didn't he? I'll look for him when he comes back. But you know what I mean? Like, okay, if I got this light on, it's got to be powered, unless this is battery powered. But it's like it's an old school lamp with like a lampshade cover that's supposed to go on that thing, right? So I get maybe they're making it for atmospheric or reasons or whatever. But where are the overhead lights? Where are all of the other kind of?
They got no generator going, or
yeah. Well, if they do, then why? You know, maybe they're trying to cut down. But
those, if you look up, the overhead lights are those crappy old school fluorescent lights that we all hated. So maybe they hated them too. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to go a little more inconspicuous or something. But
you're right though. That's a regular light.
Yeah, so they supposedly lost power.
That's
so
weird.
I don't know how that's on.
But
no, that's a good point.
To agree with Jacob on one particular thing. This is very much
Where the hell did Jacob go?
Not a Christian
He's
movie.
back. He dropped out.
Okay.
The raccoons got him.
Yeah.
He was making a point, and then he got cut off.
Were they demon raccoons?
Probably.
Yeah, those raccoons.
This is
probably.
Of course, I think all raccoons are demons, Jacob. But yeah, the light is weird.
So this is very much to agree with Jacob. This is not a Christian movie. Okay. This is
somebody who took Christian parts.
This is somebody
and made
got an idea from parts of the Bible and just made up his own script.
To be fair, if anyone's read my book, I did exactly the same thing. Not exactly.
Jacob, have you ever read any of the Apocrypha? The book of Enoch and all that stuff. Basically the stuff we didn't put
I
in the
know
Bible.
about it, but I haven't read it.
Oh, if you read Book of Enoch and a couple other books in that time period, you'd kind of get the storyline they're doing here. You know what they're pulling from.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I read all that stuff in high school with the Jesuit secret library.
The Jesuits.
Oh.
So this is that funny scene, but it's not. It's funny, but not supposed to be, between Tyrese and Charles Dutton. They're really trying here, because basically talking about when you go to bed at night, you wake up. If you died and this was your last day, are you proud of what you've done? And they're trying to have like a man-to-man discussion here, and this movie actually has a few scenes just like this. I mean, the scene between Jeep and his dad earlier, when he was basically saying, she is never going to be with you, son. Get over it. It's actually they're very human scenes. Those are actually, I mean, they're interactions that you would have. This, not so much this scene, because this is like, I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do here. It's like Charles Dutton's trying to take on a fatherly role to this dude he's never fucking met before. At the end of the world, it's a little much. It's a little heavy-handed, but I thought the acting was pretty good with what they were working with. The gas is still on.
I thought, oh no, he's cooking a rare steak. I thought he had like turned.
Maybe they do have a generator, because he's got a shop light in his steak.
You would have to have a generator where they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that you almost just as a GP
maybe
thing,
they're running
right.
it from the car repair place out there.
Yeah. Well, because that's not battery powered either. That's a cable shop light. Yeah. Yep.
We used to use stuff like that all the time working on airplanes.
And this scene
with gas though.
Well, the gas
that makes
works.
sense. Yeah, if he's got big propane,
gas is always going to work. Yeah, like if my electricity goes out, I can still turn my gas stove on. I just have to light it with a match or whatever. It actually does come on. I've tried it just to see if it works in case of emergency. So this scene I thought was interesting, but so Jeep is asking Michael, so why do you care about what happens? And Michael explains, he's like, I basically, when God made you, I was the first to bow. I love humanity. But God has seen what you've become, and he feels he needs to basically throw away his creation. He's like, but I don't feel that way. When I see you, Jeep, and he says his name, which I find very disturbing, a man who loves a woman carrying a child that is not his own, and you don't even care that it's not your own because you'll love her that strongly anyway. It's you, Jeep. You're the reason I'm here. It's like,
yeah, I'm trying to stop you from becoming a sucker.
The look on his face. The look on his face.
That look.
What are you talking
He just
about?
realized he's like, oh
I don't
man,
know what you're
I'm
talking about.
Again, this sums up Jeep's character wonderfully. It's funny. I still thought the movie was fun, even though Jeep he is an absolute retard.
In the actual Bible, like when Mary became pregnant, Joseph was doubtful of her, and very loosely, I think they pulled from how Joseph came around to it. An angel came to Joseph and all that sort of stuff. I think very, 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 very loosely they're pulling off of that.
Yes, incredibly loosely.
Maybe put like 5 more veries in there.
Yeah. So poor Dennis Quaid's up on the roof. He's kind of dozing off.
And the baby's name?
Think it makes a fuck bit of difference.
And the baby's name will be John Connor.
John
Connor.
Yeah, right. Really.
Jeep Connor. So now we're in heaven, though. We're getting a little bit of flashback here. And this is between Michael and Gabriel.
I was hoping for a little more like cool architecture and
this movie they kept things pretty under wraps. It's very underwhelming
on purpose.
I think it works, but
like most of this, it also money wise, most of the set it was a street, an empty street. This set they built for the diner thing, and then here that's really the only place that it takes place at.
Yeah.
There isn't elaborate, like castles and ocean stuff, and you know what I mean. There's no sweeping locations. They're not going to New Zealand to shoot it or anything. So I think they're able to keep the budget down on it that way.
I still think with what they were working with, they did do a good job as far as the look of the film.
Probably 1/3 of this film is Dennis Quaid's salary. 1/3 of the budget.
I don't know. He was in Pandorum as well. So, which was like I think may have even been the same year. Gabriel and Michael are having a discussion about what God has decided, and Gabriel's going along with it, and Michael's like, "Man, I don't know about this, Gabe." And Gabe's like, "Well, if you don't do the right thing, you will be cast out." And Michael's like, "All right, bro." I do like the look of the angels, though. I thought it was cool. The armor, the wings. It doesn't come off as hokey.
Right. Yeah. The budget was $26 million, and it made $67.9 million at the box office.
Yeah.
So,
I knew it didn't make any money, but
it made a profit. If the budget's 26 and they made 67.
Yeah, but working. I don't know how much advertising it had. I had a little bit because everybody remembers the old broad in the diner. That was from the ad.
This movie also had legs and like DVD and Blu-ray and all that. So
that's where I think most of us saw it aftermarket. I do still enjoy the movie. Like I said, making fun of it and all, but that's fine. So Dennis Quaid dozed off for a little bit, and she's hearing her husband Howard, who got dragged off by the angry angels, and through the back door here, which is boarded up with a desk. And now she sees him outside, nailed upside down to a cross, or tied upside down to a cross, basically screaming for help. But look at his skin. It's all like bubbly and boily. This is disgusting. It's a nice effect, though. And Charles S. Dutton's like, no. And this is where something entirely unrealistic happens. The 100-pound woman throws the 200-pound black man to the ground and escapes. Runs outside, and his boiling point is like right there. And Charles S. Dutton turns her around as his fucking bursts all over the place. It's like, he must have been in like the Philippines or Thailand or something. He was not wearing a condom, folks. And something bad happens here. And Charles S. Dutton gets her inside. This is a really cool scene, though, because you realize something bad has happened. He just gives the look. He drops down, and there's his spine.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like his blood turned to mutagenic acid or if it was hot. Like somehow it was boiling, and that's why
I got the acid kind of effect.
Yeah.
And Frank, that's what they were sharp.
Bulletproof.
So it's hard. I mean, I don't exactly know, but the way they use them, the wings are like a weapon,
which I liked. I thought that.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool.
A zombie that does that, like a bloater and blows up.
It's in a lot of games and movies and stuff. Yeah, especially like Left 4 Dead game. I did the bloater. It would run up and it would like pulsate.
A bloater.
And just do damage. Yeah, because it was like a dead body all bloated up.
We got a bloater.
But the wings. I kind of thought that they were feathers, but since they were angelic, they were, like tougher than regular feathers. They weren't metal.
I mean, because we don't know. Yeah. Angels don't look like people anyway. If you in the lore, they look nothing like us.
They're talking about the ones with the 6 wings and multiple eyes.
They're like weird looking beings. But if they don't look like us, they're not relatable and not very useful in a film. So this is where the mom is going all bitch mode, though. And I actually thought she was possessed here, but she wasn't. She's like, it's all your fault.
She was just.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
She's an early movie example of a Karen.
Yeah, well, she's just spitting facts. That's all. She just got to the point where she had to, You
are such a little fucktard. We had to move because of your fucking stupid ass.
Sometimes your parents have to do that, or somebody has to do that for somebody.
Tough love.
So I was.
Tyrese like, you're just going to torture your daughter?
So I was reading over the Wikipedia for this, and I saw something that it just gave me an interesting thought. So it says, Charlie will eventually come to love the baby, but quite unlike the Virgin Mary's acceptance of the unborn priest of whom Charlie says she hates it at this point, right? So
yes,
we have no explanation for what made God pissed off in this movie. I
think we can assume it's the world in general.
But what if it's Charlie being impregnated with Jesus and saying, "Frig it, I hate it," and God's like, "I gave you my second coming. I'm coming to save you." And you're rejecting that after all we've been through?
Quite honestly, Matt, that is as good an explanation as anything, because we never understand why Charlie's child is important. We never know that. Other than Michael says it is, but okay, but we never get the beyond that point. He tells, I don't know. Oh, he tells Jeep when they're having their conversation. Learn to look for learn to read the instructions.
Yeah, the
look
prophecy.
For the prophets.
Look for the prophecy.
And it's like vague as fuck. And you're like, what the fuck? And we get a little bit of that at the end, and we'll get there when we get there. But it's even when we get there, there's just some shit hanging, and it's like there was going to be a follow up, and I guess Dominion was it, but no one liked that. So the radio broadcast is coming in. They're talking about that this events that is taking place in this little place called Paradise Falls is everywhere. It's not a localized thing. Everywhere has basically fallen. They set up like strongholds, almost like Walking Dead stuff in some towns. And the guy on the radio is like, yeah, we're working out of here right now. But it doesn't give you a warm feeling. And they're like, we need to get out of here. And Gabriel's like, no, or not Gabriel. Michael's like, no, not yet. We need to stay.
Yeah, we need to wait for the baby. And they're like, well, the baby's a month away. We're not going to stay in here for a month.
And then Charlie has the epiphany. She's like, it's coming early, isn't it? Yeah. And he's like, the fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where she kind of has her come to Jesus moment, so to speak. She sits in the mirror and she's smoking. And then she looks at herself and she puts the cigarette out. And it's like she just kind of accepted it at that point, whatever it is. And she's whining a bit here. And then Jeep's like, fuck off. And then he walks off. She's having her moment with the gun-toting, maybe gangbanger dude. I don't know. This again, they have these humanizing scenes, which in context of the movie are fine. Do they add a lot to the movie? It takes up more time in the movie.
The character development is always a good thing.
I guess you get to. They're not just bodies, but yeah, still. Now the lights come back on. And they're like, is it over? And he's like, I don't think so. So this part's kind of crazy though. So the minivan drives up and the dad gets out. He's all freaking out. And there's kids in the minivan. You see the kids. Look at that haircut. I had that haircut the 1970s.
My family used to have one of those vans.
Is that a Dodge?
It's a Chevy.
Adamantium wings. It could be.
Chevy Astro.
Oh. And then he's like, they're regular people. There's a kid in there. And of course, now the demons are coming. Now, any fucking chimpanzee with half a fucking chimpanzee brain can see this is a fucking trap. They are trying to draw you out. But look at me. I've got my interesting haircut and delightful sweater. So running. And everybody gets out here. Looks like they should be in Mad Max, though.
Yeah, exactly. They look like some kind of, oh, man, what was that one movie?
This isn't the Chocolate
Streets
Factory.
of Rage. It was,
Fury Road?
No, it was like an older, like, movie.
Street of Fire?
Yeah, that's it.
He
knew what I was talking about.
Game. Yeah,
the
biker game.
Yeah.
The Rumblers.
Well, Tyrese jumps down because he wants to be a hero. Pretty girl jumps out. Oh, Lord. He's like, don't open that door. They'll kill us all. Because he's right, of course. So Tyrese picks up the baby and immediately, yeah, you're a dumb motherfucker. And it says, fooled you. And bites him in the neck. And they don't want to leave him out there. It's like, oh, okay. And Audrey went out there too, of course. Whenever I say Audrey, though, I keep thinking of the daughter in Christmas Vacation, and it's not the same character.
That's the one that comes to mind, Audrey. Yeah.
So she's locked herself into the van, and he's like, "Fine, fuck it, come on." Open the door, blam, 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 blam. Heroics.
Yeah, I don't get it. He has the grenade launcher, but never uses it.
Maybe he didn't have any grenades.
Could be, or he had like 2, and they want to save that shit.
Yeah, but you're right. So you're right, Jacob. I was expecting them to have. They needed, this grenades and
pulls
stuff.
her out of the burning van, back into the shop. And then
I guess they didn't want to copy Terminator 2 too much.
Too much? And then Demon Baby gets into the diner here. I just want to play with the baby. This is like Sammy on a rough night.
Is that a cake knife?
It's like an icing knife or something for a cake, isn't it? Yeah.
So he slashes. He gets like the outer part there. She screams. He screams. We all scream. The police come. She holds up a cake pan or just a pan.
I didn't get this part. Like,
I didn't understand how his fingers got cut off exactly.
Yeah. Did he, like, even if it bounced off, did it like bounce back and cut his hands or something? Or
I guess because he was kind of pissed after that.
Yeah.
But then Michael drops down. Blam, blam, blam. Dead baby, or dead angel baby, or whatever. Oh, no, it's not dead. It's scampering around. You know how you can tell?
Yeah, it goes up on the ceiling with the...
I hate it when there are toddler blood prints on my ceiling. So hard to get out. And very hard to explain.
You darn toddler baby demons.
Stop it. So now Charlie's in labor. And he tells the girl, get some water or something. She's like, just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I don't have to deliver a fucking baby. And she's right. So they're under attack. The baby's coming. Charlie's screaming. We're screaming. They're on the roof. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there. Oh, and Gabriel, this is when the horn sounds. Mm-hmm. That's what this was interesting. I thought that was cool. So everything starts rattling. This blam of the horn. It's cool. And as soon as you hear it, that was my immediate thought was, oh, fucking Gabriel's coming. And all the angels or all the possessed people are just standing still at this point. It was eerie. They did a good job with this. And nice. Baby's messy. Doesn't look all clean. It doesn't look real, but it looks pretty good. So they wrap Chunky Monkey up, and it's a boy. It's a baby. And so now she's like, oh, yeah, the baby's born. It's okay. Why is she showing the baby to her weird fuck mom? I don't know. And again, now she gets her hands out, snatches the baby, and is like, they just want the baby. Oh, again, it's cool. The Gabriel coming down part I thought was good. I think the things they did with the angels, again, yes, I realize it's taken a lot of license. It still looks cool.
Yeah, with the budget they had, they did a pretty good job of making you think of stuff. You don't actually see angels.
It did.
Flying,
it just kind of makes you. It's just imagination. They just want the baby. We just need to give them the baby, and they'll go away. Is that what the impression you got, dummy?
Well, the other angels, the possessed, they can't harm the baby because it's been born.
Right, because the baby's out now.
Yes. And remember, Michael's mission he refused was to go and kill the baby before it was born.
Yes. So the mom gets shot in the head. Jeep does some magic football maneuver and catches the baby, and then Gabriel walks in the door. It's a nice entrance. Everybody's kind of like, wow, that's impressive. Oh, his weapon is really cool, too. It's a fucking mace, and it's just badass. Shooting, and he twirls, and the bullets bounce off the wings again. It's a nice effect.
Nope, he gets gutted.
Yep, the wing slices him open. And now he gets knocked back into the grill area.
Gabriel grills him.
So he's telling Jeep, get the fuck out of here. Take the girl. And the angels are all looking down.
Notice their heads
almost
are
reverence.
bowed.
Yes.
Remember in the Bible, the angels will bow before Jesus. Remember that. The whole very good symbology there.
Now these two have their conversations. I wish it didn't have to be this way.
You turned against them.
The bulletproof angel wings remind me of something. In one of the cartoon Avengers, Hawk, or what's his name?
Falcon.
What's the guy's Falcon? Yeah, he can fling blades out with his wings. Thought that was cool.
Also,
Death. Yeah.
Remember Angel when he got his wings as Death? They could fling metallic. They were techno-organic metal.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically, they're having their brother conversation. Man, I wish it didn't go this way, but fuck, here we are. And I did enjoy their fight scene, which it goes on for a pretty decent amount of time.
I didn't get who that was. That like a kid with a bag on her head?
Oh, the bag on the head. I didn't really understand that. I think it's so that it couldn't see the baby. So to try to almost shielding it from the baby. So it's just kind of swinging blindly. I guess that's the only thing I could think of as to why they did that.
And Michael was telling Gabriel, you told him what he wanted to hear. I told him what he needed to hear.
That comes up, I think, in the final fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wings are. They're not. I mean, they're not just for flying. They're a weapon, and they're bulletproof. But I mean, Gabriel can obviously still be hurt in his angel form, and Michael is just. While he's more agile and has all the stuff, he's still, I think, pretty much just a dude at this point. That's a nice shot though. Wing spread, mace coming down. That thing is crazy. It spins as well. That was nuts. I thought that was great. I think he hits him with the TV, right? Yeah. That fucking TV.
The power of 10,000 commercials compels you.
But I mean, like I said, I'm kind of, you're going just, I don't want to go blow for the fight scene, but it was a good fight scene.
Yeah.
And he's got kind of a chokehold going on here. And what Gabriel does here is pretty badass, though. He's got another part of the mace. He twists and it sends a shaft through both of them. But he's still got like his angel power, so he's like, man, that sucks, but I'm okay. You're fucking dead though.
Yeah.
And he says, you love them, now you will die as one of them. And he killed him.
Well, he thought he killed him.
And he does the whole, foof. And look, but he's weeping. So, I mean, like I said, things like that I like because it showed that, he loved his brother, but he had to kill his brother because of what he thought was the right thing to do in context. Now they're just driving. Oh, this is where Jeep starts getting the tattoos. They just start forming on his skin.
They come from Michael, yeah.
Read the instructions.
I can't read these tattoos. But
I don't know how to read normal words. I don't know how to do this. And so Dennis Quaid's actually still alive back here. And this kind of sucks though. So he sacrifices himself. The gas is still on, and he lights the lighter up. His lighter has hope on it. I guess that's clever, and blows the fuck out of the diner, and pretty much everything within a.
That's a lot of freaking explosion for that little. For a little
it is. Stove. It would just it would have just blown out the kitchen, but
yeah,
for the movie,
unless he'd been running the gas for like a year.
Yeah.
But they're driving along.
He's powering his oven with pure hydrogen.
But now Gabriel lands on the car, so he survived. So, like I said, he pretty much sacrificed himself for nothing at that point. But he didn't know. He was doing his best. Gabriel's trying to grab the baby. And there's a point where Jeep starts speeding up like a bastard because Gabriel's not wearing a seatbelt. And I think Audrey's the one who says, "Go ahead, do it, Jeep, do it." And, Michael, everybody goes through the windshield who's not wearing a seatbelt. The car flips. Mega disaster here.
She was just holding the baby in her arms. That kid.
The baby would have ended up in the fucking glove box. There's no way that works out.
Now,
the G-forces alone, she would not have been able to hold on to it.
Yeah. Now, unless the baby is like specially protected.
He might have magic god powers. That's possible. But.
Right.
So the baby's okay. She's okay.
Because they killed Audrey off because she's particularly hot. So it's like.
Again, these effects I think were done well though. When the angel flying in effects, they looked good. Didn't come off as hokey.
So they used their money well.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, the budget on this is very low, and I think they did a nice job.
Yeah, $26 million, and it doesn't look terrible.
That's before inflation destroyed Hollywood.
So he's getting ready to fucking pinch Jeep here. Got his angelic knife out, ready to fucking end that motherfucker. And then, I don't think so. Michael's back in full angelic form. And he's like, how can this be so? And and Blair, this is what you were saying earlier, though.
Yeah. You told him what he wanted to hear. I told him what he needed to hear.
So
God resurrected him back. So
Michael restored God's faith in man. And that's what he set out to do. And this fight does not last long. But what he does here, he doesn't kill Gabriel. He's like, I wouldn't have shown you that mercy. And Gabriel's like, and that's why, and Michael said, that's why you lost. And he leaves. And that's an interesting way to do it because you don't usually see that. You don't usually get that approach. In most modern cinema, he would have hacked his head off, that kind of stuff. But he didn't. He let him go.
Well, there's no point because Michael has an angelic presence back. St. Michael cannot be beaten. It's one of his powers.
Well, in the context of this movie, though, I don't think you necessarily get that. I think you believe he could beat him.
No, what I mean is, again, they don't explain this at all. But you have to pull it from the lore they base it on. You know what I mean? It's like
most people are not doing that homework.
Like, what were the other archangels doing while this was going on? Were they just playing canasta?
Yeah, Raphael's like, and snake eyes.
Where are Gabe and Mike? They're probably off playing chess with God.
Fucking off. You never know what they're doing.
Get out some more beer. Let's another round.
Those crazy kids.
It's awfully quiet up here in heaven. Where is everyone? Oh, they're probably at the beach. I'll just keep playing cards.
So you get the look. This is one of the little refuges. You can see it, one of the towns that has semi-survived down there. But now everything is kind of all right-ish. But remember, now the planet is basically fucking Mad Max. Because everything got fucked up because of the events of the last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, most humanity's
they're
gone.
totally ripping on Terminator here.
Well, you can see the influences of this the writer too. I think a couple guys who wrote this, and one of the director is one of the writers. You could see the influences that he drew for this. Obviously the biblical stuff and Apocrypha, Terminator 2, like you were saying, Mad Max in some aspects.
Yeah. And like I said, we rag on it a bit. I know Jacob, you didn't like this. I
do like that car.
I enjoyed the movie though. I thought it was a fun movie to watch. As long as you don't think about it too much, it's better. So I think I like the idea of the movie. They have a lot of interesting points, and you guys were talking about that backstage a little bit. They don't necessarily connect things as well as they could, but the ideas I think are interesting and fun. They take something, they take the biblical world with Saint Michael, Gabriel, the archangels, and they throw a modern apocalypse on top of it with Jeep, the pregnant girl, the relationship between Dennis Quaid and his son, and the side characters. But the best character is still Gladys in the diner with her little shark teeth, which I think everybody can agree on. No.
Yeah.
I tell you this. So there's two ways I think of this movie. One is sort of actiony popcorn flick type of thing, and it's very enjoyable from that aspect. Don't think about it too much, and you'll enjoy the fights, enjoy some of the character acting. And two, as a person who reads a lot of stuff, seeing how the writers drew from Apocrypha and stuff like that, and seeing influences and all, how they constructed the movie, that's of interest to me as well. Is this an Oscar level movie? No. Could they have gotten a much better writer to help them polish up the script a lot? Yes.
Well, that's where a movie like The Prophecy, the first one, does, I think, a better job. The Prophecy, I enjoy both of these movies. I think The Prophecy is a much better made movie.
Yes,
because all of its points connect better. They are explained better. There's not so much randomness as there is here. I mean, you do have the warrior spirit that they want to use in the war between the angels and stuff, which is a little loosey goosey. But like I said, we never really understand why the baby is so important here, other than the assumption that it.
Well, no. Michael says the baby is the savior. Michael tells Jeep the baby is the savior, and the visual clue you see that is when the angels bow their heads to him.
Oh, see, I never took it for savior as Jesus, savior as I never got that. You're probably right, because there's no other reason why any of this works. Yeah. But why would God send? Why would He send?
That's the whole thing.
But Jesus does come back. That's biblical. Jesus does return.
Yeah,
the lion,
not as a baby.
Right. But I guess that does work, because then you are in the apocalypse age.
Well, that's the whole thing I was saying before, like trying to figure out why God kind of got angry at man, and saying, well, maybe because she rejected Mary embraced being Jesus, mother of God's whatever you want to call Jesus, by the Trinity. This character said, "No, I hate it," and rejected her role, and that angered whatever.
And that was the last straw for God. He's like, I'm done with you people. I'm done with you people. I send you my boy. What have you done to him? Look what they've done to my boy. So I've never seen the show. Did anybody on the panel see the follow-up? Of course,
yep.
Of course you did. Blair, you saw it as well?
Yes.
Is it
It's
even?
horrible.
Is it worth 30 minutes of my time, or is it not?
It's horrible.
Although I don't even know where the fuck I would see it. Quite honestly.
If you like this movie, you will hate the show.
Okay, fair enough. Because I enjoyed the movie. I did.
There are some interesting fight scenes. I mean, I could be objective. A couple interesting fight scenes, but it's more like literally is more like like biblical Mad Max than anything to do with this movie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, I think we can kind of wrap it up here.
I
enjoyed the movie. It's not a great movie, and I understand that, but I still enjoyed the movie. And I call it guilty pleasure, but it was fun. Pandorum, I think, was a lot more put together. I enjoyed the fuck out of Pandorum. I'm just looking at these weird fucking Dennis Quaid movies that seem like out of nowhere. But this movie did. I mean, it had Dennis Quaid in it, and it had Charles S. Dutton, who's a at the time is kind of a major actor, and they're in this weird movie about the end of the world at a fucking diner named Paradise Falls at a budget of fucking $7.
Hollywood used to do that.
Roman, I gotta go. Pain levels spiking.
Okay, sir.
See you, Matt.
See you all next week.
All right, my brother.
Later, man.
Later.
Yeah, Hollywood used to make movies like this.
Well, they did. Where you get a couple of good actors actually, Matt has me. Well, I'll throw this out. Matt has me watching a movie right now called Spectral. It's a Netflix movie. It's an older movie.
I love that movie. That is so good.
I am enjoying the fuck out of this movie. It's got good. Help me, the actor he was in Star Trek, the new Star Trek movies as Christopher Pike.
Pine?
Yeah, he's in it.
No. As Christopher as Pike as
I don't know the guy.
Captain Pike.
It's Captain Pike. What the fuck is the actor's name?
He was also in iRobot too.
Ansel Adams.
I'll look it up.
No. It's he's like a big actor, and he's something Greenwood. No. God damn it! I wish
Greenwood.
I was smarter.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'm looking it up.
But he's in it.
Greenwood.
They've got a couple. Bruce Greenwood. Thank you. And you've seen him in a million things. He is a good actor, and he's it's just like. And they've also got the guy, and you've seen this actor, and it's another one of those names that I'm not going to remember. He's been in everything. He was the stapler guy from Office Space. That actor, but that actor has been in a million things. Okay. He played the judge on Justified. He was in Man in the High Castle. He's been in just so many things. And he's in that movie too, and it's an interesting film. I haven't quite finished it yet. I've got about 24 minutes to go, but it's a Netflix movie. They call it a Netflix original. That doesn't mean anything. That just means Netflix acquired the rights to it. Now they call it a Netflix original. But it's a well done movie. The action sequences, the special ops stuff, the tech that they're using, the helicopters, all their stuff. Actually kind of in their regular stuff, not where they get into their weird high-tech stuff, but their regular stuff works. And it's like, that's odd. Yeah. And the guys who are playing
a very unique twist. I thought it was I
have not gotten to the
it was good.
Yeah. So Spectral. I mean, that's something we'll probably cover here one day as well. No one's going to know what the fuck we're talking about, but that's what you get here at Roman Empire. You get some obscure shit. We like to talk about nerd stuff because we're nerds. That's what we do. That's kind of our job. So I do want to thank the folks over on YouTube and on X who are hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here as always. So, and I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you enjoy us talking about sometimes a little, not quite, in the stadium stuff. It's in the parking lot of the stadium. Where did you find that? And so sometimes we talk about weird movies. I think these are the movies that are more fun to talk about. Frankly, you've heard people talk about the big movies all the time.
I don't think this is a very obscure movie here. It's.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, because it did pretty well.
We know about this movie. I don't know that a lot of people know about this movie, though.
Yeah.
I saw commercials for it on TV and stuff. So
that was back in 1947.
Yeah. And
for
it's
our younger audience.
Yeah. I mean, okay, 2010 was, almost
15 years.
15 years ago. So that does make sense for younger members of the audience.
I remember 2010. I was a young man full of hopes, dreams, and ideas. Those are gone.
Yeah. It was
still. I enjoyed watching this again. I certainly enjoyed talking about it. Because otherwise, Mrs. the Empire has to go on what she calls me monologuing in the kitchen, saying, "Why are you talking about this? You know, I don't like anything about the movies that you watch."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, yes, I know, honey. Thank you.
Well,
you for
you
enduring.
can tell her, well, honey, it's either I talk about these movies or Olive Garden. One of the two.
I can't eat any more of those breadsticks. They're nobody's friend. Jacob, thank you for your memes tonight. Those were, as always, glorious. And thank you to our panel for hanging out. Blair, thank you for hanging out with us again. It's always great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
And to our chat, thanks for hanging out. You guys are always wonderful and hilarious.
Don't forget the play, Roman.
What? Don't forget what?
Go around the horn and plug what we've got
I wasn't
coming.
forgetting tonight. I wasn't forgetting.
Oh,
I was going to remember tonight,
Sorry.
Jacob. So that's it for us. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
And so next week over here at Roman of the Empire, we are going to be doing a free range show, and I know folks enjoy those, with our good friend, the Eclectic Goat. It is always great to have her with us. She is a hoot and a half. So we're going to be going free range next week, and I don't know what we're doing the week after that. I just haven't decided yet. I think I know what we're doing, but I don't entirely know what we're doing, because it's really hot here in the studio of the Empire, and I have to figure out how long I can last without passing out on the desk. But hang out with us again next Thursday at 5 Pacific Standard, as we have been for the last 3 years. So we'll go around the horn and see what everybody has coming up. Shield Wall, my good friend, what do you got, brother?
So, hey, thanks for having me on. Great stream, lots of fun. Yeah, this movie wasn't too terrible. Not my favorite, but
it's not fantastic. I understand that.
It could have been better, but it was okay. What do I got coming up on Monday? I'm going to my brain just fried on me. I'm going to be on somebody's show, and we're going to be doing Saving Private Ryan.
Monday is Memorial Day.
Yeah,
so that's
that's it. Yep.
Who is it?
Thanks, Blair.
The Plot Strikes Back, Nick.
The plot strikes back.
No, he's on his way up. I like him. He's got a good show.
I'm sorry about that. My brain just kind of fried. It's hot where I'm at too. Anyway, and then on Tuesday I will be on Jacob's show, and I can't remember what we're doing there either, and I can't open the thing to see it because my Twitter is
Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
I love The Dirty Dozen. That is one of my easily top 3 war movies. The Dirty Dozen is just a fun fucking movie. Telly Savalas alone is worth the price of admission.
So I got those two.
There's a lot of
war movies coming up.
People on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. You want to talk about an all-star fucking cast? Dirty Dozen is that all-star cast.
And then and then I got the free range next week. So that's what I've got coming up.
Yeah, that's gonna be that. Like I said, having the goat on, she is always just a lot of fun. Hang on a second. I have to look at my phone because I may have. I need to see if I booked something else. Sometimes I book things and I don't remember. That's the goat.
For whatever reason, I can't look at my messages right now. I don't know why.
Nope, I don't know. I don't have anything for the 5th of June, which will be the next show.
Okay.
It's going to be kind of one of two things that I'm bouncing around in my stupid brain. I'll probably throw it at Shield Wall. He'll go like, do that one, man. Don't do the other thing. You're a fucking idiot. I'll be like, Shield Wall, you're the dude. So, Sammy, what do you have? Sammy, are you awake? Sammy? Damn it. Sammy's
He's
asleep.
dead.
Sammy is dead, everyone. Please send flowers to Sammy Threepeat. He was a good man. He worked really hard. Jacob, go ahead. I'm just laughing at Sammy's death. Go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah. Like I said, Dirty Dozen Tuesday on my show, and I'll be back here for Free Range.
Right on. And my good friend Blair de Blair. What do you have coming up, buddy?
Next week, I will be on The Plot Strikes Back. Next channel, we're going to be talking about Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I gotta hit Nick up because I'd like to have him over here. Hopefully we can have non-colliding stuff. That's the problem with a lot of our guests. I end up with colliding stuff. I've tried to have other people on. They're like, "Oh, I have a show on at the same time slot." It's like, that's why my audience has half.
I do have one more thing. I do have one more thing I forgot.
What did you forget, Jacob?
Stark of Iron on the 29th will be having a fundraiser stream for my GoFundMe. So.
Oh, good. All right.
Spread the word about that.
What time? Do you know what time that's going to be?
I don't know. I just know it's going to be on the 29th.
Okay. Yeah, keep an eye out. Stark of Iron on the 29th. He has a really good show as well, and especially for Jacob. And please, and again, in the info, in the details of this show, again, I have added Jacob's GoFundMe. So please go there. Please help my friend out. I think that's it. I think that is it for tonight, my friends. Like I said, this is a fun movie to talk about, especially amongst nerd folk. Not so much with Mrs. of the Empire, who just looks at you like you have a fucking horn and wants you to die, possibly with a pillow over your face at her hands in the night. Anyway, so with that, we are going to get out of here tonight. Join us again next week, Thursday, 5 Pacific Standard, for our Free Range show. Check out everybody's info. It is in the details of this show. And until next time, be kind.
Bye.